First one is, what do you think makes UWL more fun, big scenario games or SPPL, things like that?
Well, as far as other scenario games, I've always been kind of competitive, and I really like to put my team against another team,
right?
And without any outside controls. And I've always liked that, you know, it's the end of the game, and you got to make it happen, and it's a do or die type situation, you know. And nothing feels better than making that last minute push and pulling through. And so that's kind of what I wanted to recreate.
Perfect.
And as far as some of the other series and stuff like the SPPL, you know, we do what we can and try and make it as fun for everybody as we can. So
absolutely. What type of 9-volt hopper do you recommend a new player buying to play UWL? And what's the whole thing with the hoppers and that type of?
Well, when we used to play back in the woods, the rate of fire was significantly slower than it was now. And there's no real way to regulate the rate of fire on the guns. Everybody says, why don't you just cap it? There's so many boards out there that enable you to get around that rule that we felt it would just be more fun for everybody if they played with the same loader. And there's not a lot of cheater boards for loaders that I'm aware of, so we wanted people to use a 9-volt loader. We've actually opened that up to where loaders of a certain speed or loaders that are not a force-fed loader.
Okay.
And there are some new loaders coming on the market where you can cap the rate of fire, so we are going to start allowing theirs. I'd rather not say what the best loader is, I mean, the Spider-Fast is a pretty good loader, but BT has a good loader. Dye just come out with a new loader, so there's a bunch of good loaders. And Pinocchio, a lot of people here shoot Pinocchio, so.
Okay, great. When are we going to see Bad Company Army versus Bob Long Assassins exhibition game?
Maybe Chicago. We're trying to get that together. We just did a deal with the PSP, so we're running an event in conjunction with them.
Okay.
I think you're going to see a lot of the old school pros there, and yes, I would love to play Bob. I actually might try and play with the old Aftershock guys against Bob, but I'd love to play BC Army versus him too, so I think it'd be fun.
Awesome. Do we expect to see UWL team shooting 50 cal next year? Obviously.
I think we're already here. Yeah, he's shooting it here today. We'll see how he does. Obviously, I think he has an advantage here to begin with, but I think he's going to do well with the 50 cal. It's going to cut through that brush, so it'll be a good test for it.
Okay, great. How much do you think Rockets dominate field play in tournaments like UWL?
It really depends on the field here. I don't think it's going to be as big of a deal because of the brush. I mean, this is a really thick field. But in open fields or fields that have been played a lot, where they have a lot of buildings and a lot of little bunkers and stuff, I think it's huge. A guy using a rocket can almost decimate a whole team. So.
Okay. Is there going to be a Kingman factory team you'll see shooting UWL?
You know, that's a good question. We had a Spider team in one of the first events, but I don't think Spider is looking to put in a factory team as of right now. They do sponsor the league, but we're not really going towards that route yet. So.
Okay. When are we going to see the 2010 UWL spokesmodels?
They're supposed to be here, but the tickets were a fortune. They will be at Huntington Beach. They will be at Texas, and they will be in Florida. So awesome. We'll start getting up. We'll get some pictures up on the site. So
perfect.
Hopefully it'll go good.
What changes do you think you're going to be making to get more younger teams UWL for next season?
Next year we're going to implement a 5-man, where we won't actually be running the events, we'll be sanctioning other events.
Okay.
I mean, the first event I played when I was a kid was a 5-man in the woods. Almost everyone I know, everyone that's someone in the industry, their first event was a 5-man Woodsball event. So we're going to allow fields to run 5-man events. We're going to sanction certain fields to run 5-man events for us, and then we will run at certain events a 5-man portion of our league, probably on Friday or maybe on Saturday, to let those young guys learn how to do it. And we're going to be like a little toned down set of rules so that they don't have to know all the ins and outs of the UWL format. It's more of just a straight 5-man in the woods, but still the 4 flags and stuff. So I think that'll get some of the young guys interested.
Awesome. Thank you very much.